There seems to be buried within us a yearning, a wish to soar, to climb, to glide under our own power, with the wind or in the face of it, at one with the elements. For many, that wish finds a degree of realization astride quiet wheels. Here is a truly personal vehicle, capable of whisking its rider around the block or around the world. Subject, of course, to the energies, skills, or shortcomings of the one person who is in command. That's what this film is about. Being in command during the and safe handling of the responsive but vulnerable vehicle popularly known as the bike. The reasons for the growing popularity of the bicycle are as varied as the people who ride one. Since it is a personal vehicle, it serves many different uses. Some ride a bike for the exercise, as a healthful, pleasant way to burn energy. Others take to two wheels, people-powered, as a means to conserve energy. For them and others, the bicycle is the one form of transportation that is free from pollution. Some see the bicycle as an economy measure, a low-cost way of getting from here to there, on campus or off. While for others, economy is no object. They prize hand craftsmanship, precision engineering, and the fractions of ounces weight reductions which contribute to the price of luxury bicycles. Some are attracted to cycling as an acceptable means to give vent to highly competitive, even aggressive personality traits. And others seek the bicycle as a weekend unwinder, a means to get away from the competitiveness of an urban world. Many choose bicycling because it is a sport everyone in the family can share. They're in no hurry, they can wait for the little ones, and while they're taking it easy, they can see, really see, the area they are passing through.
It's built up on a mixed frame.
Anyone who wants to take part in this satisfying activity is faced with the immediate need for acquiring the vehicle that makes it possible. First, you must get a bicycle.
It's built up on touring designs.
The number of choices makes the selection of a pair of wheels a bewildering experience for novice or experienced cyclist alike. The options extend all the way from the single-speed models for the youthful beginner through the three-speed types, which offer greater flexibility, allowing the rider to negotiate most moderate grades with relative ease, as well as traveling where it's flat, and extending into the 10 speeds, some of which are regarded as being more or less in the basic transportation category, others of which have features making them especially attractive to extended tour fanciers, while others are frankly geared and outfitted for the racing enthusiast. Since a bike is such a personal machine, you have to get personal with yourself in selecting one. Analyze your own reasons for wanting one before you head for a retailer's. Know what you want to do with the bike, what you have to spend, and what you may have to spend, whether you want to race or tour, or simply get around town. Know whether you're interested in making most repairs and adjustments yourself, or whether you're likely to hire someone to do them for you. Then, put yourself into the hands of a reputable retailer and let him help you fit your bicycle to your prescription. No reputable retailer will allow you to choose a bike that can't be adjusted to your size. Since there is room for adjustment, the rider who is still growing needs the largest bike that can be fitted to her now, so that later size adjustments can keep pace with her growth. But it is a hazardous mistake to buy a completely oversized model to grow into.
Okay, now the important thing with a frame is that you'll be able to put your heels down as you can there, and to be able to raise up the front wheel about 2 inches ideally. How far can you raise it up? That's pretty much right, about 1.5 inches. That's pretty close. That's well within the limits of where it should be.
In any case, the seat post and the handlebar stem should extend at least 2.5 inches down into the frame after adjustment. If they do not, choose a larger bicycle. The size adjustments to be made for both comfort and safety are individual fittings on the distance between saddle and pedal, and between saddle and handlebars. The correctly fitted bicycle will have the seat adjusted up or down so that the knee is only slightly bent on the down position of the pedal. To determine this, place the heel on the pedal. If the leg is perfectly straight, it will then have the proper bend when the ball of the foot is positioned on the pedal, as it should be when you ride. Upright handlebars are repositioned if necessary to permit the body to lean slightly forward in a comfortable riding position. With drop handlebars, place the elbow on the front of the saddle and reach forward. Fingertips should just touch the handlebars, with the handlebar stem slightly lower than the top of the saddle. Other things you can do, which fall more into the area of maintenance than of fitting the bicycle for size, are equally important to your pleasure and your safety. At least twice a month, you should go over your bike to tighten up nuts, particularly those that keep the saddle and handlebars in place.
How do you adjust this?
When gears on multi-speed bikes need adjustment because the cables have stretched or parts have worn, consult your bike's serviceman. He can show you how to make minor adjustments and supply you with the special tools needed.
That's called the high gear adjustment. Now, if your chain is going too far over this way and it's coming off the sprocket, then you have what's called a low gear adjustment, which is this screw here, and you screw that in to keep the chain from going off.
After your bike man has checked you out, you'll probably feel confident to handle minor gear adjustments on your own. Pry out any embedded metal, glass, or cinders from the tire treads. And keep the tires inflated to the pressure recommended by the manufacturer. Inspect the tire valves for leaks. Keep an eye open for worn parts requiring replacement. Pedal treads, handle grips, or damaged reflectors. Night bicycle riding can be extremely dangerous. If you must ride at night, help make yourself and your bicycle as visible as possible to motorists. This rider has used retroflective material and extra lighting to call attention to himself, while the other rider is using only a single reflector on his rear fender. Extra lighting and reflective material provide a margin of safety. If you have to ride at night, make the safety margin as wide as possible. The front light must be visible for 500 feet. You have a choice between battery-powered lights, which provide a steady source of illumination, or generator models, which may be brighter, but fade when the bike isn't rolling. This item of equipment makes your bike safe from those two-legged predators, provided you take time to thread the chain or cable through both wheels and the frame. The basic rule for safe operation of a bicycle is to remember that your vehicle is a vehicle, subject to all vehicular laws. Keep to the right and ride single file, observing all traffic regulations, including those set forth in signs or in traffic signals. Where there are parked cars, keep in mind that one of three things can happen. That's one. That's two. And the third thing is that you can get safely by if you give yourself sufficient leeway to avoid items 1 and 2. Take special care at intersections. Look both ways. Keep both hands on handlebars except when making signals. And if you're making a left turn where traffic is heavy, square the corner. Thus, especially if you are inexperienced. During daylight hours and when traffic is light, a left turn from the left turn lane may be safe. But be sure you have signaled your intention to turn, and be sure others on the road have observed your signal. If you want to carry passengers, fine. Just as long as you stay off your bike while you're doing it. In fact, never carry anything that obstructs your vision or interferes with the proper control of your bike. This type of accident can be both painful and expensive. Pedestrians have the right of way, so keep alert for them. Above all, keep your bike in perfect operating condition. The cyclist who sets out with tires that may go flat at any moment, brakes that may fail in an emergency, a chain that may separate from the drive mechanism, or any other potential problem, is far from being bike-wise. The accident that shouldn't have happened usually does, because the rider failed to observe the rules of the road, or because he ventured forth on an unsafe bicycle. Better to play up all the positive values to be gained from taking the responsible approach. The cyclist has a good thing going if he puts forth just a little extra effort to keep it that way, seeing to it that he is mounted on a roadworthy vehicle and that he himself is bike-wise, to be sure.